Welcome back to TechVibe. If you were about to drop $3,000 on a full-frame setup, stop. Seriously, just wait. Because the latest leaks from Japan suggest that Canon is about to do something they haven't done in over a decade. They are turning the APS-C world upside down with the upcoming EOS or 7 Mark II. We're not talking about a minor refresh here, we're talking about a mini R1 that is designed to humiliate cameras twice its price. Today, we have the confirmed filings, the leaked sensor specs, and a release timeline that is much closer than you think. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the R7 Mark II is the most dangerous camera Canon has ever built. The original R7 was a disruptor, but in 2026, the competition has caught up. Fujifilm and Sony have been breathing down Canon's neck. But according to the latest industry registrations, Canon is ready to reclaim the crown. Let's talk about the heart of this beast, the sensor. For months, the rumor mill was split between a 32-megapixel and a 40-megapixel unit. We can now confirm that Canon is leaning into a brand new 39-megapixel back-illuminated, or BSI, sensor. But here is the exclusive detail you need to pay attention to: there is a high probability this is a stacked design. Why does that matter? Because a stacked sensor means the readout speed is light years ahead of the original R7. That annoying jello effect or rolling shutter when you're panning during a 4K video or tracking a bird in flight is gone. This sensor is designed to handle the massive data throughput required for what's coming next. Speaking of speed, let's talk about the burst rates. We are looking at a staggering 40 frames per second with the electronic shutter. Think about that. That is professional sports photography territory, usually reserved for the flagship EOS R1 or the R3. Canon is essentially giving you flagship performance in a crop sensor body. And to handle all that data without the camera freezing up, the R7 Mark II is finally ditching the dual SD card setup. The leaks point to a hybrid slot, one CFexpress Type B and one UHS-2 SD. This is a massive win for professionals who need that lightning-fast buffer clearance. But what about the video? This is where the R7 Mark II truly earns its premium status. We are looking at 8K recording capability. Now, critics might say 8K on an APS-C sensor is overkill, but you know better. 8K gives you the ability to crop in 400% and still maintain a crisp 4K output. It's a game changer for wildlife filmmakers. We're also expecting 4K at 120 frames per second without a crop. This has been the holy grail for Canon crop users, and it looks like it's finally happening. To manage the heat from these high-resolution modes, the body design is evolving. Leaked images and descriptions suggest a slightly larger chassis, closer to the size of an EOS or 6 Mark II. This isn't just for ergonomics, it's for thermal management. A larger body means better heat dissipation, allowing for longer recording times in those demanding 8K and 4K fine modes. It also means we're getting a much-needed upgrade to the electronic viewfinder. The $2.36 million viewfinder on the original R7 was, frankly, underwhelming. The Mark II is rumored to jump to a nearly $6 million OLED panel, giving you a crystal-clear, lifelike view of your subject. Now, let's talk about the brain of the operation, the autofocus system. The R7 Mark II will utilize the Digic accelerator system, borrowing the Action Priority AI from the flagship models. This means the camera won't just track a face, it will understand the context of the sport or the movement. Whether it's a soccer player about to kick a ball or a hawk diving for its prey, the AI predicts the movement before it happens. This is coupled with a revised in-body image stabilization system rated for up to 8.5 stops of compensation. You'll be able to shoot 1-second handheld exposures and get tack-sharp results. For our professional shooters, the build quality is also getting a pro bump. We're talking about weather sealing on par with the 5 series. If you're out in the rain or in humid jungles, this camera is built to survive. It's also expected to use the new LPE6P battery, the same one found in the high-end R5 Mark II, giving you better power delivery for high frame rate shooting and improved overall battery life. One of the biggest advantages of this upcoming release is how it leverages the RF mount ecosystem. For years, users complained about the lack of dedicated RFS glass. While Canon is rumored to announce 3 new RFS lenses alongside this body, including a fast constant aperture zoom, the real magic happens when you mount full-frame RF lenses. On the R7 Mark II, a 600mm f/4 lens becomes a 960mm equivalent monster. Because of the high-density 39-megapixel sensor, you are getting more pixels on your subject than almost any other camera in the Canon lineup. This makes it a specialized tool for bird photography and long-distance sports where you simply cannot get closer to the action. The software side is getting a massive overhaul too. We are seeing reports of a new pre-capture mode that can buffer up to 1 full second of images before you even fully press the shutter button. This ensures you never miss the moment a lightning bolt strikes or a bird takes flight. Coupled with the improved rolling shutter performance of the Stacked Sensor, the electronic shutter becomes your primary tool, allowing for completely silent shooting at professional speeds. This is essential for wedding photographers and golf photographers who need to remain undetected while capturing the perfect shot. So, when can you get your hands on it? The confidentiality filings suggest an announcement in the second quarter of this year, likely between late April and May, with units hitting the shelves by June. As for the price, the consensus among industry analysts is a launch price between $2,000 and $2,300. It's a jump from the original, but when you look at the specs 8K video, 40 frames per second, Stacked Sensor, and CFexpress, you're essentially getting a $4,000 camera for half the price. Is the Canon EOS R7 Mark II the death of full-frame for enthusiasts? It certainly looks like it. With the 1.6 times crop factor giving your lenses extra reach and a sensor that finally matches full-frame speed, the trade-off is almost non-existent. The R7 Mark II is shaping up to be a legendary piece of gear, but I want to hear from you. Does the addition of 8K and a CFexpress slot justify the price hike for you? Or are you sticking with your original R7 until the prices drop? Drop a comment below and let's start the debate. If you found this deep dive helpful, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to TechVibe for the latest updates on the R7 Mark II and everything else in the world of high-end tech. Canon is clearly making a statement with this release. They aren't just participating in the APS-C market, they are trying to dominate it. But how does this compare to the newly rumored competitors? Well, you don't have to guess, I've already broken that down in our other coverage. Click that to see which brand is truly winning the sensor war in 2026. Thanks for watching TechVibe, and remember, the best gear is the gear that gets you out there shooting. See you in the next one.